So you guys know I've been reporting on this Portland, Oregon thing for a couple of videos now. I haven't been into it too much, but I'm starting to pick up steam on it. So we're back. We're talking about these protesters, all right? Case in point, this one right here, who seems to think that it's necessary to get completely naked, all right, and just gyrate around. Something is seriously wrong with whatever these people are taking, drinking, ingesting. I don't know where they come from, but they need to be stopped.
There's something strange at work here.
All right. And this guy right here, he is Trump's border czar, and he is fed up with what he's seeing in Portland, Oregon. So he's saying that he is going to pay Portland a little visit.
Tom Homan announced plans to come right here to Portland in a nationally televised interview that happened just yesterday. And while some Portlanders have loudly voiced their opposition to ICE, the Trump administration appointed border czar said that they're ready to do the job in sanctuary cities like Portland.
It's mixed reaction, actually, from leaders across the state. Some say they'll meet with Homan should he come to Portland. Others say he should reconsider.
Before we go a little further into this video, you guys, if you're new here and like what you hear, please hit that like button for me. And if you're a returning subscriber, please remember to leave it a like as well. Also, hitting that notification bell will keep you guys updated on any new videos that I put out. Whichever one of those you choose to do, or all of them, it's really going to help my channel out.
President Trump's border czar Tom Homan taking to Fox Business to say he's coming to Portland.
Trump administration goes on TV and says 100 things a day, and very few of them come to fruition.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
So since Portland, Oregon is a liberal city and a sanctuary city, all right, they basically let people come out, protest, express their views and everything at the cost of their own citizens, their own law-abiding citizens, their own tax-paying citizens who get up and go to work every day, at the expense of those people who are putting money into their pockets, into the city officials' pockets. They are totally neglecting the people that really matter, and they're allowing these protesters to come in. And like I've said multiple times, they're coming in from different areas, all right? They usually don't live in the cities that they go and protest in. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, all these people involved in these protests should have to show proof that they actually live in that city. And then they'll actually have to deal with the aftermath of all these riots and looting and everything that goes on with these protests. Because I can almost guarantee if they have to live like across the street or within walking distance of these protests and riots, they might protest just a little bit differently, maybe a little more peacefully. Maybe they wouldn't go setting buildings on fires, breaking windows, vandalizing cars, things like that, because one of the cars could end up being theirs, right? Because you think about it, they're in these groups of protests. They can't control every individual who's in the protest. They can't control what windows they're going to decide to smash in, what businesses they're going to decide to loot. So if it was actually their neighborhood and where they lived, they would think twice and they would carry themselves differently. So I think in order to be a protester, you need to have to live in that city that you're rioting and protesting in. That way you at least feel the impact, and it matters a little bit more in the way you choose to maneuver. Let me know what you guys feel about that. Now let's get back to Trump's border czar talking about Portland, Oregon, and how he's had enough of this riot that's going on outside the ICE facility.
ICE and the administration are prepared to double and triple down on sanctuary cities across the country. In the interview, Homan says sanctuary cities will get exactly what they don't want: more agents in the community and more collateral arrests. He also says ICE won't let sanctuary cities like Portland bully them.
I've never heard enforcing our state and local laws as bullying before.
Right now, today, as I'm talking to you, we have the safest, most secure border in the history of this nation because of President Trump and the men and women of the Border Patrol who are doing a great job, men and women of ICE doing a great job every day. So look, sanctuary cities, we're just going to increase resources there. Why? Because they're releasing public safety threats, significant public safety threats back in the community. President Trump made a commitment. We're going to concentrate on the significant public safety threats and national security threats. We know where they are because they're getting released by sanctuary cities every day. That is why we're going to increase resources in these areas. We're going to bring a lot of attention to these areas because that's where the danger is.
And to me, it really says a lot about the city of Portland, Oregon, when, you have the border czar coming and saying, that he has to go to Portland to try to get the situation under wraps. And his intentions are to make sure that the federal agents there, the ICE agents, feel protected and backed up in their job and what they're doing and what they have to deal with from these unruly protesters, because the city mayor has yet to come in there and enforce anything and do anything about these people causing a ruckus in this neighborhood and affecting the citizens of his city that he claims to love, citizens that elected him into his position. So I know by now you guys are probably wondering, who is the mayor of Portland, Oregon? Who is this esteemed individual who cares so passionately about his city and the citizens within it? Well, let's scroll on over to his Facebook, okay? So amongst the recent riots and things going on with the ICE facility, let's see if he's addressing any of that over there. What do we see? We see something about the Pride Parade that's going on. We see him and, the governor, Tina Kotek, they're just having a good old time, good old jolly time, celebrating Pride, whilst some of the other citizens, are not feeling so prideful. All right. They're not feeling good. They're not feeling heard. But here we have him, he posts up other things. It's nothing to say about what's going on with this ICE facility and the effects that it's having on the citizens that live nearby. Nothing about the lawsuit, nothing, just crickets, okay? And then I also stumbled across this little video right here, and it was kind of interesting to hear what he's saying as opposed to his actions during this time, during what's going on with this protest and the complaints from the citizens. Let's watch a little bit of this. I'm going to play some, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what he's saying.
Every one of us has a role in caring for our neighbors. On our streets, we must be the community that cares for everybody, every day, every moment.
Meanwhile,
turn it down! We the people need sleep!
If we work together, the Portland Renaissance we all want is within our reach. Together, we can repair, restore, and revitalize the city that we so much love.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
Together with the support of all of us in this room and the city behind us, we shall overcome.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And leave no one behind in our community. Thank you all for this incredible honor. Thank you.
So as we can see from this video, all right, it's given extreme hypocrisy, okay? It's given a little bit of Tiffany Henyard, right? You guys, if you know my channel, I reported on Tiffany Henyard, the ex-mayor of Dalton, Illinois, for quite a while there. There's a lot of videos on my channel. If you want to check one of those out after this, go ahead, check it out. But that's what it's given, right? He's sitting up here. He's saying no one should be left behind. We should care for everyone. Every single person matters, blah, blah, blah. But then on the other hand, we have this going on.
Tonight, a woman who lives near the South Portland ICE facility in the near nightly protests is now suing the city because of the noise.
All right. And you have a resident who's actually put a lawsuit against your city and crickets. So what about those citizens of the city? When do they matter? Well, there's an agenda going on, obviously. That's what it comes down to. They're all benefiting from these federal grants, this federal money, the government money that they're receiving from certain programs, certain nonprofits. They allow things like this to happen for reasons, from the outside looking in, we might not readily be aware of. But I'm sure if you do some digging, you'll figure out where the money is, where it's going, and why he's allowing these protests to just go on, and why he doesn't care if the city falls back into the riot that happened back in 2020. He obviously doesn't care. That's my opinion. I don't think he really cares. He gets to go back to his own little neighborhood where it's peace and quiet. I'm sure no one's rioting out there. No one's making all type of noises, all types of nights. Yeah, he doesn't have to deal with any of that. So since he's totally ignoring what's going on, now we have Trump's Border Czar going there to check out the situation himself.
No, not only that, I'm going to head to Portland. I'm going out there. They're not going to bully us or President Trump made it clear 2 weeks ago. We're going to double down and triple down on sanctuary cities. Why? Not because they're blue, because we know they're recent public safety threats to the streets every day.
And then to top it off with this mayor, okay, I come across this video of him spraying over some graffiti. All right, what about all the graffiti that these so-called protesters did to the ICE building? What about the fact that they broke in the door to this ICE building, broke windows where they had to go and border it up? I mean, he's just, like I said, complete crickets from him about this situation, and just hopefully it doesn't get worse in Portland. You guys, once again, let me know how you feel about this situation going on over there in Portland, Oregon. What do you feel about Trump's border czar going over there to visit? What do you think will happen? Do you think anything will change? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave it a like, and if you're new here, subscribe.